Wack 100 crashed out on DJ Academics on live stream in front of everybody, like blacked out on Act. And it all started because Academics kept asking him questions that he felt had an ulterior motive and he didn't like it. Now, I feel like Academics began to ask Wack certain questions because Wack started off the conversation calling DJ Academics the police for essentially solving Takeoff's murder.
Right? Now you doing some police because now you talking about that don't nobody know about. That this is the police don't even know about it. You know what I'm saying? Their first lead. If the police's first lead is you, or if the information you gave up solved the crime, right, or any type of like that, yeah, then you're doing police.
By your definition, what I did with Takeoff is not the police because
No, they didn't. They didn't. No, your information is not included in their investigation. But when you was freezing and stalling and this got this shirt on, that rules him out and this out, it's no doubt in my mind they may have watched it. I don't think they were going to put it in their report because it would have took away from their expertise.
No.
They don't want to put it in there.
Hey, Wack, hold on. You see, I'm a civilian. So I'm telling people that stream, I was trying to solve the murder, and I would do it again. And if any of my favorite rappers get hurt or die, I'm solving the murder live. It's fine. Give me a badge. I don't care. There's no expectations of me. You see, you're a little bit different.
Yeah, but
because
you know this act.
You kill my favorite rapper, I'm doing a marathon of snitching. 30 days and 30 nights, bruh. I'm not hopping off stream until that murder solved. We chasing leads on stream. We talking to witnesses on stream. We reviewing footage from cell phones on stream. We gonna have that murder solved before I hop off line. And that's just a fact. So, yeah, bruh, I contributed to trying to solve Takeoff murder too. And Takeoff ain't even my favorite rapper, not even top 10 of my favorite, right? So, bro, can you imagine what I would do if y'all try to smoke Rocco Ballin? Yo, can you imagine what I would do if y'all try to smoke somebody like, I don't know, bruh, Drake? Yo, I dare one of y'all to go try to smoke Nino Payne, bro. Oh. Bro, you'll be in jail doing 90 years, bro, within a week, bro. The fastest trial ever known to mankind, bro. So much evidence, bro. They arrested you and gave you 90 years in a week. That's a fact. But Wack called out DJ Academics just a little bit, right? But it was still positive. But Academics tried to flip the script on Wack, and it pissed off Wack a little bit, right? So after Wack brought up Takeoff, Academics then brought up Big U.
But in the Big U thing, you don't think you putting it online? Remember you said like it wasn't public content because it was only private call at that point. You putting it online.
Yeah, but we didn't, bro. You got to remember, bro. The same call we got when they told 600.
Academics and Wack are really good friends, but they have this Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless relationship that I feel like is gold for the camera. Because when they get on camera together or when they do content together, it becomes this thing where like it's a competition. Like they're competing. Like they're trying to get the best out of the other person. Just like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, right? Yo, Skip Bayless will literally like slam his hand on the desk and get personal and go below the belt. I feel like that's what Wack 100 and Academics kind of have is like a Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless relationship. Now, Academics would go further and begin to prowl in things that makes Wack 100 very upset. So after the Big U thing, Academics then transitioned to a call that Wack 100 had with regarding J Prince, right? I believe people called Wack 100, telling Wack 100 that, you know, if he fears for his life, Wack 100 kept the super player, let them know that no, J Prince has never threatened him. Him and J Prince are not enemies. They're cool. So the fans called Wack about J Prince, but Wack held it down, right? Wack didn't incriminate J Prince at all. So Academics actually brought that up to Wack, you know, trying to throw a little wrench in it. And watch Wack get upset at Academics for bringing that up.
When you released the call or even defending J Prince, were you defending J Prince or you were trolling him? Because you released that a federal agent called you about J Prince.
They definitely called me. Look, you know what that call let me know, bro?
What?
Either him or somebody close to him or somebody in his camp been on that phone talking hot. That's the only reason why somebody had to like make some type of threat or something for them to call me. So here goes the thing. I got a few options, right?
Wait. They call you from a number, or was it like no caller ID?
No, just a number. You know, I answer all my calls. Man, I don't give. People tell you Wack answer, right? So either I could have hung up, and then that man went. He's that scared, and they still investigate him, right? For wherever they heard about me on their phones, right? Or I have the conversation and let them know that's bull. Me and dude ain't got no issues. Now they have.
So you try to help him out, really?
There you go.
Akademiks is trying to walk Wack 100 into something right now, but Wack is savvy enough and he sees it coming, so he's trying to avoid it, but Akademiks keep setting different traps. Now, the audio that they're referring to is an audio that I think like Wack 100 put out or somebody put out about 2 years ago, is when somebody who claimed to be an agent, I think, contacted Wack 100 about J Prince. And here's the audio so you guys can understand like how that conversation went.
Yes, sir. And James Prince Sr.?
I mean, I wouldn't have no information other than just me helping with a Larry Hoover project.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, that's what I'm kind of wanting to talk to you about.
Okay. Well, what's wrong with me working on a Larry Hoover project?
No, sir. No, nothing's wrong whatsoever with it. I'm glad someone is advocating for him. That wasn't the issue. I was just information has been provided that you've had some disagreements with Mr. Prince. Are you familiar with him?
I mean, I know who he is, but I don't have no issues with Mr. Prince.
Okay. So,
I mean, a disagreement is a disagreement. I don't know how that factors in the FBI.
Well, I think Mr. Jones, on the YouTube videos going back and forth with him calling you a snitch and you calling him one, and all of that would be where.
The audio gets out there, and Wack 100 is telling the agent, me and J Prince is good. I don't know what y'all are talking about. We have no issues. We're just businessmen who had a disagreement over business. I'm not a victim. Y'all got to cut it out. So Akademiks is asking Wack 100 about this particular call. And listen, bro, this is like, bro, this content stuff is like chess. Yo, watch how Akademiks set this up.
Yeah, I've heard the feds want Big U. That's crazy. They're doing all this shit. You know what's so funny? No, not Big U, not Big U. I mean J Prince. Yeah, J Prince has his thing. J Prince has his thing he called courtesy call. It looked like the feds gave you a courtesy call about him. That's hilarious.
I don't know nothing about no feds wanting J Prince. I don't know nothing about that.
I could say 6ix9ine.
I don't know nothing about that.
No, I'm not saying you know. I'll give you the information now. 6ix9ine told me in the 11th hour when he said it was a whole day of snitching. They asked him every question in the book. And they said after a while, they left, and there was a new set of feds that came in and said, what do you know about J Prince? Because they knew he had issues with him. He said he really didn't have much to say because he never knew them. But they wanted information, and that let him know they were looking into J Prince.
I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be real. That's all I know about J Prince.
I mean, you gotta know they're looking into him because they called you too.
I don't know nothing about that, bro. Stop playing with my.
No. I'm not saying you know nothing about it, but what I'm saying is, Wack, you're not listening.
Listen, they never told me. Hey, look, weirdo, you got the calls not edited. They never told me what the they heard, but I'm not stupid. In order for them to call me about him,
Wack, I'm not saying you
heard something on one of them lines over there, right?
Wack. That's what I'm saying. If the feds call you about me, you'll be like, oh, the feds are looking into Act.
Like that.
Right?
All I know about J Prince is rap a lot.
No, you don't know nothing. I know.
Hold on. Hold the up, bro. You brought him up, nigga, and I'm going to clear it up.
I don't feel like Akademiks' assumption was out of bounds because if they're calling you about somebody, like for example, if the FBI call you about Poetic Flacco, then chances are they are investigating Poetic Flacco. Now, Wack 100 held it down for J Prince. He did J Prince a huge favor, let them know that him and J Prince got nothing going on. It's all content. So he did J Prince a favor. But I do feel like like it's a wise assumption that if they're calling you about somebody, then chances are they are investigating that person. So I feel like Wack kind of seen where Academics was going, and he wasn't trying to go there, which is why Wack 100 was shutting everything down that Academics brought up. But I'm sure behind closed doors, Wack would probably say, yeah, bro, like if the FBI is contacting people about you, then they're probably investigating you. Now, this is where Academics really pissed Wack off, like really pissed him off. Academics, after setting the foundation, Academics would then tell Wack, hey, bro, isn't releasing the call while they are investigating Jay Prince, isn't that like witness tampering?
Yeah. Nah.
And what I didn't want to do is just hang the phone up because that looks like what? Maybe he is scared. Right?
Yeah. That's
and
right.
I'm like, nah, I've never felt threatened. We know each other.
You spoke nicely of him. Did he ever tell you thanks?
I sent it to him.
You sent the call to him?
That's a fact.
Oh shit.
I sent it to him before it went on the internet.
Okay. Now Wack, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna ask this question. And I'm not trying to get you jammed up, but I'm just thinking out loud. You getting online and warning, or pretty much you essentially warn Big U.
I ain't warning shit.
Hold on. I'm not saying you were intentionally trying to warn.
I ain't warning shit.
Wait, I'm not
Did
trying
you
to
rape that girl at your house?
No, Wack, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay, then stop playing, white bro. Every time you play with me, I'm gonna play with you, bro.
Wack. I'm not saying you intentionally warned, but that's how some people
I didn't
look at
warn.
it.
I trolled it.
Okay. Let's go to the Big U thing, right? So if you're saying you sent a federal call to the nigga they're asking about, do you ever think about like they might be pissed at you to say, nigga, you obstructed our investigation? What the fuck? You're telling the nigga you want to lock up?
I'll be real, Ack would have got me, bro. All right. I would have walked into that trap, bro. Yo, maybe because I'm slow. I couldn't even see that trap coming, bro. Bro, Academics asked Wack 100, Wack, did you know they were investigating Jay Prince? Well, because they called you, right? So, you could probably assume they were investigating Jay Prince, right? I don't know how Wack seen bro, Wack seen it from like a mile away. Man, Wack said, nah. I didn't know they were investigating him. Nah. I had no idea. And the reason why Wack said he has no idea is because Wack knows if you admit that you had firsthand knowledge that the FBI was investigating Jay Prince, but yet you released the call to tip him off, well, then that's obstruction. So Wack says, nah, hell nah. Again, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. This is like high-level chess they're currently playing with this content stuff, bro. Again, this is why Ack is great at his job, and this is also why Wack is very good at what he does as well. Wack was able to see the trap 5 moves ago and avoid it. Ack was able to set up something that would have gotten anybody else. He would have gotten me with that. So then, like, Academics kept pushing a little bit regarding the Jay Prince stuff, and Wack just unloaded on Academics, bro.
Wait, what are you talking about? You sound dumb as fuck. No fans call me about Big Q, dummy.
No, I'm talking about Jay Prince. No, I'm talking about Jay Prince. Like, if they see you...
Hey, bro, what are you talking about? You sound dumb as fuck. They called and asked if I feel threatened. They called me, motherfucker.
But you say you sent it to him and you also put it out online. They might be like, yo, bro, what the fuck you doing?
Right, I did. I didn't tell them to call me. This ain't no fuck, baby. Don't nobody know what else. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm only asking because maybe they're like, yo, you're obstructing our investigation when you're...
That's not obstructing, nigga. That's not obstructing because guess what? There was never a crime committed against me.
Okay, that's true too. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I do think, this constant prediction, especially if there's proprietary information known. Like, for example, if I know, if
I
right
don't know about, hey, bro, listen to me. If a nigga called you, if they called you tomorrow, hey, look, we calling, we heard Wack 100 wants to rob you and that he's been extorting you and that he took your gold chain last month. and you gonna be like, that's some bullshit that happened, right? That's not you jeopardizing nothing, mother. Telling the truth, it's a lie.
Hold on, let me ask. I'm asking your opinion on this. If
Jay Prince
hold on,
never ever.
No, I don't even have to talk about Jay Prince. I'm gonna just make up a fictional scenario.
He ain't never threatened me.
Yo,
bro.
if I heard that they were gonna run a search warrant on my neighbor, like say somehow I got access to know that information, and I hit up my neighbor saying, "Yo, they're coming to kick your door in tomorrow. They're gonna run a search warrant." If they know that I did that, that's obstruction of justice. That's the charge. You don't think so?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. They called
No,
my
I'm
phone,
asking you. I'm asking you a question. So say
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I'm asking you a question. Like in theory, if I know if
Ain't them little niggas. I don't give a.
I'm talking about in theory.
Stop asking me police shit.
I'm talking about in theory. I'm just talking about in
theory. I
theory.
told you 3 times that's police.
Police. All right.
Next I'm gonna start that. I'm gonna ask you some shit.
I'll make up a different. And by the way, no.
Make up something.
Make up something. Make up something. Oh, nah, yo, bro, this is gold. Make up something because, yo, Wack 100 is one of the savviest people to be on the internet. Yo, Wack understands exactly what he can and can't say, which is why, yo, Wack tells Act, bro, I'm not one of these young dudes, bro. Like, I'm not going for it, bro. I'm not about to sit here, like, on this live stream and admit that I obstructed justice on purpose, bro. Like, what are you asking me right now, bro? Right? Because, yo, the line of questioning only leads to me saying, yeah, I obstructed justice on purpose. Bro, make up something, better move on. But Act continues to push until finally Wack tells Act, hey, bro, yo, we either move on right now or else I'm going to say some ish. And say some ish means he's like gonna bring up dirt on Akademiks too. But this is hilarious, bro.
You know what obstruction of justice is, though, right? Like obstruction of justice is
you don't
dancing instead of dancing.
What you're doing, you think you're doing. You the dummy, not me. But every time you say something, I'm gonna say something, and I'm telling you, homie to homie, let's move on.
Oh, okay, no.
If not, nigga, I'm gonna start standing on some.
That's all I wanted to hear you say. To be like, yo, listen, let's talk about something else. Cool. That's perfectly fine.
But you ain't stupid. You know what you're doing for you do it.
No. I'm asking, and if you were like, yo, we're not talking about that.
Okay, well, I'm asking.
So that was your way of saying let's move on. Because I'm down to talk about anything.
I mean, you can play dumb, I can play dumb. We could be two dummies.
Wack's whole argument is, bro, you know what you're asking me forces me into incriminating myself. So if you know this, why would you ask it? I feel like, yo, this is like Akademiks kind of like giving us our own medicine, right? Because, like we ask certain questions in interviews, like, well, more so me or No Jumper, like we ask certain things in interview where you can say, like, why would you ask that to a rapper? Like, why would you ask a rapper this knowing the only possible answer is if he's telling the truth is stuff incrimination? So, Act is just giving like a media personality, like the same thing that we give rappers. But Wack is obviously smarter than the average rapper, so Wack is able to spot the trap 6 moves ago, which is why it ended up here. So they eventually got off of the obstruction of justice, and they got into a conversation regarding Brick Baby and who do more police stuff. Once Akademiks went down the route of saying that Wack 100 also does it too, Wack lost his mind. Bro, Wack tells Akademiks it's now up and it's stuck and ain't no coming down.
Discussing people current street situations, knowing that these niggas got wrapped up and their words have been used against them.
Oh, bro, the only thing we discuss is what's on the work. It's on the work, we running it.
Wack, you were discussing Brick Baby not going to court and there was no work that existed that time. So you're discussing his current street situation.
Wait. Say that again.
There was no paperwork that existed, but you were discussing.
That's why we discussed it. You bitch nigga. How you ain't got a court date and no bail information? Now,
hold on. Wait. But Wack, why is that online content?
No.
Why is that online content though?
Because nigga, that's what we want it to be, motherfucker. The fuck is you talking about, you police ass? Why did you take Takeoff shooting, sit here like the DEA, still frame it, circle shit, break down who had on what color what, who had on what shoes.
I got the best answer. Keep going.
Shut your
Hold on.
fuck ass up.
Wait.
Wack.
Wack.
Most police shit that ever been done in the history of fucking podcasting.
Hold on.
You sat there on the open fucking murder case.
Wait. Hold on. Wack.
Wack. Down the shirt on that. Now it's up.
No,
you
Wack.
fucking with the other side of the trenches.
Hold on,
it's
Wack.
Up and we stuck.
Wait, Wack.
You did the most police shit
Wack.
ever done
here's the difference.
in the history of fucking podcasting.
Wait, Wack.
Did you not?
Wait, Wack. Are you gonna let me say the difference?
Did you not?
Wack.
Did you not?
The difference is, I know I did it and I admit it. Everybody else is doing it and claim they're not.
Okay.
I know I did it. No. I said I'm solving this. Wack. I literally said I'm solving a murder alive. Everybody else is doing it and acting like they're keeping it straight. Hold on. As long as everybody say what I did with the Takeoff shit was police shit, I'm a civilian. What y'all are doing is police shit too. Y'all doing police shit. If we admit it, let's go. We all hold hands and do police shit.
Listen.
That's all I'm saying.
Let me explain something to you. If we got
y'all, let me know in the comment section, bro. Do y'all feel like Akademiks was lining Wack up? Do y'all feel like Wack 100 had a respectable crash out? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching, man, click on this video right here on my screen to find out why Tariq Nasheed crashed out on Wallow after hearing what Wallow said on stage. I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen, all right? Click on this video right here to find out why Tariq Nasheed just crashed out on Wallow. I'm gonna see you guys in this video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.